What up, everybody? It's iPadBeatmaking.com here today, and I know y'all are probably incredibly cash strapped after all the Black Friday sales, but I have some incredible news to share with y'all. IK Multimedia has just released its MixBox CS app, and this thing looks incredible. Basically, it's a 500 series style lunchbox rack module with over 70 different effects. And the description here says, special introductory pricing, save 33% on 70 award-winning mixing and creative effects. Uses an audio unit plugin or standalone digital mixer for limitless sonic options anywhere. MixBox CS packs 70 award-winning mixing processors and creative effects into a convenient 500 series style iPad app. Create, compare, and save your own custom channel strips or multi-effects chains, or choose from over 600 presets to give your creativity a kickstart. Whether in your favorite host app or standalone, MixBox CS combines a massive range of effects and powerful workflow to supercharge your mixes. Every processor offers immaculate sound, from powerful digital effects to warm, authentic physical models of classic analog gear, divided into amps, channel strips, delays, distortions, dynamics, EQ, filters, modulations, reverb, and saturations. It's easy to find just what you need. Derived from IK's award-winning T-Rax, Amplitude, and Sample Tank products, they offer the same professional sound quality in a convenient portable app. All 70 processors can be inserted anywhere in the chain and are easily interchangeable. Each one comes with helpful controls and features for better mixing, production, and sound design. Now, it's AUV3 compliant to work seamlessly with other music production and recording apps. It offers a freely configurable rack with slots for up to 8 processors, plus independent gain for mixed controls, plus a sidechain control for dynamics processing. This is incredible. I'm gonna go over what comes in this, but this is a huge, I can't stress this enough. This is a huge deal for iPad beat making, iPad music production in general. Having something like this is groundbreaking. This is a first overall to have some of the racks that this thing has. Now, I believe on desktop, this thing is like 299 euros, pounds, something like that. It's not in the dollar sign when I looked at it, but maybe I'll look at the dollar sign. Anyways, it's that was the initial website I looked at. It might be actually $299. Anyways, we are getting it for how much less than $299 is $39.99. I mean, that's crazy how much money you save being on iPad. And I'm gonna go to the webpage now where let's see. All right, so now we're on the MixBox webpage on IK Multimedia's website. And as you can see right here, it's $299. Is this euros? I believe it's euros, which I don't see English at the top, but I'm not seeing a different currency. It's probably right in my face and I'm missing it, but that's fine. Just know it's 299 euros is what they want for it. We're getting it for $40 from the App Store if you're in America. And it says limitless sonic options right at your fingertips. MixBox packs 70 award-winning mixing processors and creative effects derived from T-Rax, Amplitude, and Sample Tank into a convenient 500. Yeah. All right, we just got all that from the App Store. Key features: create your own custom channel strips, 70 effects from T-Rax, Amplitude, and Sample Tank, dynamic EQs, filters. Yeah. For all new algorithms for hall, room, plate, and inverse reverbs. Chain up to 8 processors in a single instance. That is crazy. That usually they do like 3 or 4, you know what I mean? 8 is a lot, which is really cool. Lightning fast workflow with all controls at your fingertips. Save and recall entire chains instantly. All right, yeah, we got all that. So as you can see, here's a picture of it here on a MacBook. I don't know if we get up to 8 different plugins in a chain on the iPad. Maybe we are limited to less than that, but in either case, that's fine because we'll just pull up more instances if this thing is pretty efficient. And let's actually go over what some of the things are. Is there a page that has them? Let's see if we could find them. All right, so now we're on the effects page of the MixBox desktop app, but all the amps and things like that should still be the same because it looks to be a carbon copy of it for the most part. We've got amps here, American Vintage T, which is based on the Fender Twin Reverb Silverface. We've got British Tube Lead, which is based on the Marshall JCM 900TM. Got the cabinet, Flexi amp, Jazz Amp 120, which is based on the Roland JC 120TM. Modern Tube Lead, preamp, SVT Classic, tone control. And here we've got channel strip, and this is really one of the standouts to me. We've got channel strip, which it says the channel strip effect is a full recording channel equalizer and compressor with clean uncolored processing, along with additional sub and air program EQ bands that have a vintage tube flavor. Sounds really cool. But what I'm really excited about is this right here. I believe is a 1081, yeah, 1073, 1081. This is a Neve EQ basically, and the EQ81 delivers that legendary British warmth and tone with a few twists. It says T space HE. I guess they meant to say the, put the space here. Okay. The key here is in the versatility of the EQ section, sporting 4 independent bands routed out by high and low pass filters. This effect is particularly useful when a more precise intervention on a track is needed, still maintaining tone and organic analog warmth in the signal path. So I've been wanting a Neve EQ for the like not the new Neve stuff. I know that I believe DDMF has a Neve EQ. It's of the newer variant, I believe. So this is that classic Neve, and I really used to go crazy on the 1073 on desktop. I've always liked the way that it sounds, especially because I like using 2 microphones if I'm going to track vocals. The thing just went perfect together. But anyways, the 1081 is from kind of that same family of EQs, I believe. You know, a lot of people like the 1073 on vocals, a lot of people like the 1081 on other instruments, things like that. But due to the fact that we're not actually dealing with a preamp section here, just the EQ, hopefully this gives some kind of flavor from that era and they're modeled very well. That would be great. And here we've got EQ comp. This effect features a semi-parametric EQ and an easy to use compressor. Both units are very high quality, giving a very musical sounding equalizer and an analog style compression. And here we've got digital delay. This classic digital delay is an effect that adds echo to the sound. Well, of course it is. Reverb delay and tape echo. Distortion, we've got crusher, distortion, lo-fi, overdrive, over scream. And dynamics, this is the real showstopper to me. I've been wanting an 1176 universal audio compressor for the longest on iOS. Haven't been able to find one. This is incredible to have access to. And let's read the description. The Black 76 limiting amplifier is modeled after what is probably the most used, most known, most wanted, and most universally recognized compressor / limiter in the audio industry. There are probably no professionally created records without tracks using this unit. This FET-based compressor is a true legend and a piece of history with a unique sound largely thanks to its input transformer and Class A output stage. Yes, we are all grown up on iPad now. We are getting access to the universal audio hardware emulations on iPad. Finally, this moves the ball about 50 yards up the field. Okay, this gets us right in range to be one-to-one with laptops, you know, within reason. You know what I mean? With reasonably speaking, we have access to the plugins. Now on a laptop, you'll probably be able to run way more instances, especially with the M1 chip once those apps are optimized. Take nothing away from that. But the problem with iPad for the longest is that we have had no access to the high quality plugins from, say, the Waves collection and the Universal Audio UAD plugins. So to finally have access to this once and for all is a huge deal to get some of these plugins. Moving along, we've got bus compressor. Looks SSL-ish to me. I'm gonna guess this is based on SSL. It says bus compressor, based on the MixBus VCA type compressor of a worldwide known and acknowledged British large format mixing console from the 80s. It was used on practically every hit record and major production from the 80s to the present day, so much that its sound has almost become a trademark. This compressor was so widely used that it later became a standalone rack mount unit so that it could be used separately from the large format console. So, looks like we've got SSL. I'm gonna take that as a veiled confirmation that that is SSL. We've got compressor. This looks like the T-Rax compressor. I had the T-Rax plugins way back in the day. This is an ultra smooth compressor modeled after a classic tube compressor. It can be very soft and gentle on all types of material. Okay, so I think that's the T-Rax. Here's a de-esser. Limiter also looks like a T-Rax limiter. And this looks like a Fairchild right here to me. Model 670 based on the Fairchild TM670. There we go. Many top producers and engineers refer to the Fairchild TM670 as the holy grail of compressors because it imparts a sound that adds something special to any kind of track, and our emulation captures that same sonic magic. So that's a beautiful thing. And I am so excited about this one here. I see the letters 2A. I see the fact that we've got these easy two knobs basically where you can control the amount of output and the amount of peak reduction, and you can choose to make it a limiter or a compressor. It immediately screams out to me LA2A, Universal Audio. Yes, this is a huge win. And here is the description. White 2A. The White 2A leveling amplifier is based on a legendary vintage unit that is entirely tube-based. It's a totally different device in terms of construction where all the compression magic happens inside an optically coupled element formed by a fluorescent panel and some photocells, the famed T4A element. There is no electronic circuitry involved with the compression itself. It's just a tube amp with photoresistors lighted by a fluorescent panel driven by the output signal. At the time of this invention, there were not many ways of making an audio compressor, only variable, mu, and optical. Optical was the simplest one, and if proper elements for both the light emitting panel and the photocells were matched, magic happened. And yes, it did. This compressor has been our go-to in the studio. I'm not saying the White 2A specifically. I'm saying an LA2A, LA3A have been our go-to compressors for vocal chains for years. Love putting them on the bus during vocal tracking in real time. It's so simple, you can set it and forget it. Once it's in the chain, it's like idiot proof. No one can really mess up this compressor if you just trust your ears and turn a knob or two. I mean, it's the easiest compressor ever, but the results you get from it are incredible, and it imparts that vintage sound if they modeled it correctly. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. Now here we've got EQ. When I see this, again, I see SSL, modeled after one of the most widely used acknowledged pieces of hardware in the music. And okay, that just must be code for SSL, because I think that's what they said on the last one. Countless hit records around the world have been produced on this large format British mixing console since the 80s, making it a true staple of the music production technology for its ultimate flexibility and trademark sound. So we've got a SSL EQ, and we've got EQ-PG, originally designed as a variation to the standard 3 and 4 band console EQs. It uses an all discrete signal path and proportional Q design with a 10-band graphic approach instead of the semi-parametric 3 and 4 band design of other modules. And here we've got a parametric EQ, an equalizer with separate bands where you can dial in not only the frequency to boost or cut, but also the width of the bell shape. Vintage EQ 1A, based on the Pultec EQP-1A. In virtually every major studio, you're likely to see a distinctive blue unit with big black knobs, the Pultec EQP-1A program EQ. The Vintage 2 program equalizer is based on it. Our painstakingly produced model gives all the functionality of the original unit and uncanny accurate sonic reproduction. Very, very good news with this. Look at, now we've got filters, envelope filter, filter formant, filter phaser, filter C, filter M, filter O, filter R, LFO filter, multi-filter, wall 47, modulation, AM modulator, auto pan. That's going to be cool to use on things like hi-hats and stuff. Can't wait to try that out. Chorus C1, electric flanger, ensemble, ENV flanger, FM modulator, multi-course, opto tremolo, phaser, rotary speaker, slicer, small phaser, tremolo, uni-V, and we've got reverbs here, ambience, convo room, digital reverb, hall reverb, inverse reverb, plate reverb, room reverb, spring reverb, stereo, imager. And still going, we've got saturation, phonograph saturation, saturator X, and tape cassette. So this is simply incredible. So yes, MixBox CS, this is incredible, $39.99. Seriously, how many of these does it say we can get on here? I see 5 here. So maybe we can get all 8. That would be dope if we could get all 8, but let's see how many it says here now that we're paying attention to it. 8 separate racks. Okay, slots for up to 8 processors on the AUV3 and 8 when it's in standalone. So this is an incredible deal, $39.99. Let's break that down. Let me get my calculator out here. I know that's around like 50 cents, but let's find out for sure what it is. So 57 cents per plugin on the rack. I mean, seriously, this is incredible. Huge win. This changes everything for iPad music production. Seriously, this is a real life game changer. We have needed something like this for the longest. A lot of our developers have done great jobs. FabFilter is great if you want the clean sound. Don't take nothing away from it. If you want the metering, if you want the graphics, yes, FabFilter is great, tone booster stuff is great, but having these vintage analog model plugins is something that's been sorely lacking on iOS, and these will allow a new set of tools in the toolbox for the creator. Incredible stuff, real happy about this. I'll be grabbing this for sure. I think you should seriously consider it if you take your music seriously and you think that this could fit into what it is that you need to facilitate your music making. I will say this, a lot of people are a little concerned about the price. They feel like it's a lot. No, it's not a lot. $39.99 is not a lot for this. I'm dead serious. It's cheap. This is nothing for something like this, especially if they modeled it correctly. If they modeled these correctly, and T-Rax has been around for a very, very long time. I'm thinking T-Rax gotta have been around for about 20 years. I mean, yeah, it's been around forever. So they should be good enough now to have gotten this right. Think about what 70 plugins would cost for a UAD or a Waves bundle. You're looking at thousands of dollars, right? So for 70 plugins or 500 series racks, which I like even better because you can really create a chain all within itself. You just load it up, have your preset chain already set, you're done. It comes with 600 chain presets already. I mean, talk about winning out here. $39.99, you can't beat it. You just can't. So this is incredible news. I just wanted to give y'all that quick update. I know your pockets are already empty, but with all that being said, check it out. It's called MixBox CS. I'm gonna get up out of here. It's iPadbeatmaking.com. Peace.